Hey guys, my first video in modifying my Prado, I mentioned that I'm not going to lift the car or get a lift on it, but one of my mates, Kev, gave me a good suggestion to do a leveling kit on the front wheels. So basically it's a spacer you add onto the suspension, and you also have to do a diff drop, which will so it won't put too much pressure on the CV joints. So I went and bought one. It's a lot cheaper than getting new suspension. Not as good, but it's a cheaper option. It's only about $140. Here it is. Yeah, I got it from Perfectlift. This is what it looks like here. So this thing here will go on top of the suspension, and this is for the diff drop. It's a spacer that goes in there. So I'm going to do that today. I'm over at my brother's place today because he's got all the tools and I don't. So yeah, it'll look good. Having a bit more space, because look at that. Not much space there for the wheels to do any movement. You hold it in a press. You hold it. Why don't you just take it off all the way?
See, that's already tight, so I don't know you're gonna get to the third one.
Yeah.
Fuck, these are long nuts, man.
Yeah, man. Push it my way. No, that's it. That's it.
Oh?
Yeah. Let's take this one out.
Could bang it out, maybe.
I think this has got to be lifted higher. Put yourself there. Yeah. How's the bolted on? That bolt right there.
Yeah.
So my brother Harris and I managed to install the leveling kit and the diff drop last night. It took a lot longer than we thought. It's a lot more complicated than it looks. You know, you've got to, when you install everything, you've got to make sure that you torque it the right amount. We had also issues with one of the sensors at the front shocks. I'm trying to taking that off. I'll show you in a moment, but this is the final result, guys. To put in the leveling kit. So we removed the sway bar, pulled it out. There's a couple of other bolts here that you've had to on the bottom of the suspension. You can take that out. Remove this thing here. It's a suspension sensor. to adjust the suspension, so you're probably going to lose that function. And then yeah, you pull it out, put in the spacer, put everything else back in. It took ages. The diff drop was a lot faster, so you can see there, that's the diff drop there. So that's the spacer that we had to put in there. We took out the bolts, put in the new bolts and the spacer. Also the bash plate, they give us new bolts and a spacer for that also, so that the space there for the diff is enough, otherwise that'll be banging against the bash plate. So yeah, that's it there. It's definitely raised it. You got to make sure you get the right torque, guys. Look, I'm not going to go through the torque specs when you're putting all the bolts in, because it took us a while to figure it out. But you need a torque wrench, you need a breaker wrench. There's a whole bunch of tools, special tools that you need. Luckily my brother had some of those tools, that's why I took it to him. In terms of space, fortunately I didn't measure it before. The tire to the housing, so that's about 18 centimeters, 17 and a half centimeters. And the tire at the front there now, it's about 15 and a half the back, so it's actually higher at the front. So just to quickly recap what I've done to the car, I changed the wheels, put on a new roof rack, Pioneer roof rack. I've got the new visors, window visor, put on the light bar at the front there, put in the light bar at the back, a 20-inch. I've raised the front suspension. I didn't film these ones here, but I've put in the new bonnet protector, LED indicator lights at the front there, installed that. I didn't film that either. And the bash plate, the OCAM bash plate. There's a few things I want to do to it also. Obviously got to do the wiring, probably put in the second battery, dual battery, and the angel lights. I still have to do that, but overall I'm pretty pleased with what I've done. And yeah, it didn't cost me too much. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos.